Please go ahead and deliver some marks, Kate, and welcome.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Warden Marks, for that introduction, and thank you to Mayor McPhail for being here, MP Karen Vecchio, and Minister Urick. This is a wonderful opportunity. The last time we actually saw each other was at the bridge reopening in Port Bruce back in December. And it would have been nice to do this in person today, but it's best that we get together virtually. And with this morning's snowfall, it's just as well that we didn't need to drive. I would like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which the project is taking place is the traditional territory of the Chippewa, Ottawa, Potawatomi, and Delaware nations. It is a pleasure to be here today on behalf of the Honorable Catherine McKenna, Minister of Infrastructure and Communities, to celebrate this important announcement, which will make a real difference for the residents of West Elgin. I don't need to tell you that these are unprecedented times. Canadians and people around the world have been impacted by COVID-19 more than we could ever have imagined, and we're not out of the woods yet. Since the beginning of the pandemic, Canadians have shown great solidarity, made sacrifices, and done their part to help limit the spread of the virus. While the situation is still evolving, all orders of government in Canada are taking decisive action now to support communities and families. We're taking action to create jobs and economic growth, to build cleaner, more sustainable communities, and to make sure everyone gets a fair shot at success as we build our way out of this health and economic crisis. That is why I am so pleased to announce that the Government of Canada is providing $942,000 to improve the Rodney wastewater treatment plant in the municipality of West Elgin. Now, normally, if we were together in person, this would be the time to clap. So let's do it anyway. It's reason enough to clap. This project supports needed upgrades to the municipality's wastewater treatment facility, including the replacement of a secondary clarifier and a storage tank, and upgrades to the lagoon decant system. Now, I'm not an engineer, but simply put, upgrades to a wastewater treatment plant is all good news. The upgrades will improve the overall performance of the facility, reducing future maintenance costs and lengthening its lifespan. Most importantly, it will ensure area residents have efficient wastewater services while also protecting local waterways and supporting a healthier living environment. When I first heard about this investment, I was more than happy to help the community celebrate. I had the opportunity to make a similar announcement in my riding of London West, and I know how important it is to the people who live nearby and downstream from the Thames River. The pandemic has offered an opportunity to think about what really matters in our communities, engage in meaningful conversations about taking care of those around us, and reflect on the kind of future we want to build. Together, we will build a fair and more resilient Canada that works for everyone. The Government of Canada is working closely with municipalities, provinces, other partners, and stakeholders to get projects built quickly, projects that make a positive difference in the lives of Canadians in these trying times. Infrastructure allows people to live healthier lives. It helps grow businesses. It keeps communities connected. And with the health and economic challenges presented by COVID-19, building healthy, inclusive, and resilient communities has become more important than ever before. That's why we've expanded our infrastructure program under the Investing in Canada plan and introduced the COVID-19 resilience funding stream worth over $3 billion. It will make it easier to invest in pandemic resilient infrastructure projects like retrofitting schools to allow kids to safely attend classes, or upgrading hospitals and long-term care homes to facilitate compliance with social distancing requirements. Immediate and different investments in public infrastructure are needed now to build up, to address health risks, create jobs, and make healthy, resilient communities. Here in Ontario, we have invested over $8.2 billion through our infrastructure plan in more than 2,770 projects across the province. Projects that are strengthening the communities where we live, work, and raise your families. This is critical to our country's recovery as we move forward and build our future. Together, we will improve the well-being of all Canadians. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kate. I appreciate welcome news. I now ask the Honorable Jeff Yurek, Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks, and Member of Provincial Parliament for Elgin Middlesex London to speak. Go ahead, Minister Yurek. Welcome.
You're muted.
How's that? On mute.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Warden, and it's good to see everybody here today, and it's a real pleasure to be part of this announcement and act on behalf of my colleague, Laurie Scott, the Minister of Infrastructure, to announce the approval of the green infrastructure in West Elgin. The province is committing over $784,000 in provincial funding for the improvements of the Rodney wastewater treatment plant, and it's part of the investment in Investing in Canada infrastructure program, which is going to really improve the reliability and effectiveness of wastewater treatment processes. The upgrade will extend the facility's overall lifespan and reduce future maintenance costs, which is going to be a real benefit to the municipality in dealing with the upcoming costs due to the pandemic and other cost factors that are coming online. We are proud to be supportive of enhancements to ensure the area residents will have efficient wastewater services long-term, but also protecting local waterways and supporting a healthier living environment. And I know the municipality has been waiting many, many years for this badly needed project, and I'm thrilled the province recognized its value in this community. It's a type of water project that are vital to municipalities across the province like West Elgin. And local projects like this are central to our efforts to create sustainable communities with resilient infrastructure. In addition to health and safety, investing in infrastructure, it's a key component in Ontario's Made in Ontario Environment Plan and a key component in the economic recovery and growth. We're partnering with the federal government to continue to build up the economy, and we are committed to building healthy and safe communities across Ontario through partnerships with the federal and provincial programs. ISIP, the program, is providing up to $30 billion in total over 10 years, including $10.2 billion from the province of Ontario. These joint programs make it possible for communities across Ontario to get the shovel-ready projects underway sooner to better their local economies. I want to thank Mayor McPhail and for his advocacy. We had many, many phone calls since he was elected on this project, and I'm glad he can now switch to a new topic to call me on to help out the citizens of West Elgin. So thank you. Congratulations on behalf of the province and Minister Laurie Scott. Proud to support West Elgin and Elgin County as a whole. Thank you, Warden.
Well, thank you, Minister Yurek. Again, great news. Thank you. Well, now it's our MP, Karen. You're up. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. And as both our first two speakers, both Kate and Jeff indicated, this is a great project that's occurring in West Elgin and for the residents of Rodney and surrounding area. I would personally like to thank Kate Young. Kate has been a great friend to Elgin Middlesex London, and thank you for always helping us get over that finish line. It means a lot to me of our friendship and the work that you do to make sure the residents of Elgin Middlesex London are always heard. So thank you very much for always helping on that. And to Minister Yurek, I know that he has worked very hard on this project, and as he indicated, Mayor McPhail is one of those persons who know the job is going to get done because he's at the helm. So thank you to both the minister and to Mayor McPhail for your great work and all of your advocacy for the constituents of Rodney. This is a great project to make sure that we can continue to have great systems available to the residents of Rodney, and I would like to thank everybody for coming today. The money is very welcomed. Thank you.
Thank you for those remarks, Karen. I wear bifocals and sometimes I can't see with them on or off, but Mayor McPhail, please go ahead. Bring your remarks.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Warden. I guess this is one of those things that I was asked early on in this term of council. Well, what keeps you up at night as mayor? And my response was very, very quickly, the Rodney wastewater plant. It was something that was constantly on my mind, that we've got something that's so critical, that is in such bad shape, that I really didn't know what we were going to do if, as Aqua, our operator, we're talking catastrophic failures and things like this that certainly don't give you much confidence. So I'm so excited this morning about this moving forward. I want to thank our elected officials. Certainly, Kate. You've been a welcome member in households. Doesn't matter what riding it is. You've been a welcome member in people's homes for many, many years in your former occupation as with CTV, and certainly you might be from a different riding, but I think many in Elgin call you our own too. So, Jeff, again, you have, as you said, we've had many discussions about this, and you've always been working towards the end, and same with you, Karen. It's great when you've got people that really work hard for their community. And I just want to put a word out to the staff of each one of these elected officials, the staff in my municipality, the staff at Infrastructure Canada and Infrastructure Ontario. These are the unsung heroes that take projects like this and adjudicate them and put them in proper order, and recognize that when there really is a need, they do come through with it. So I can't say enough about all the people that were involved. This is going to take this plant and put it in good shape for another 50 years. One of the other things is, as Kate had said about creating jobs and protecting our environment with the upbuild of this plant. It will allow Rodney to if there's further housing development, we'll be in a position to be able to handle that with the infrastructure as it's been upgraded. So there's so many spin-off things that come out of a project like this, and without the help of the federal and provincial governments, West Elgin, as we've been saving money for many years to do this project, we would have been many years before we would have been able to do it. And unfortunately, we didn't have that much time. Something catastrophic was going to happen, and then we would have been in a real mess. So I'm very excited about today's results, and I cannot, on behalf of the people of West Elgin and certainly the people of Rodney, thank the people involved for their believing in us and assisting us when we really needed the assistance. So that's pretty much it for me, Mr. Warden.
Well, thank you. Former Warden McPhail has reminded me several times that this job, there'll be good days and there'll be some days where it's not so good, but this certainly is a very good day, a fun day. So I'd like to thank MP Kate Young, Mr. Urick, MP Karen. Good news all around. So it says here I'm going to turn it over to Jana for some questions from the media, I believe. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of this.
Thank you, Warden.
Are you there, Jane?
Thank you, Warden. Just before we begin, I'd like to have all of our panelists smile for a moment. We'd like to take a photo if we can. Infrastructure Canada would like a photo. Okay, I think we're good. So now I will turn it over to any questions from the media. Please raise your hand and I will allow you to talk. I'm going to allow Jonathan Jua to talk first. Go ahead, Mr. Jua.
Hi to everyone. Good morning. Just have a couple of questions. First of all, I just wanted to clarify a little bit about the funding. Are we talking about two different, the 900,000 that Kate mentioned plus the 700 that Jeff did, or is the 700 part of the 900? What's the actual split on the money there?
It's all, it's $942,000 from the federal government, 784,000 from the Ontario government, and then the municipality of West Elgin is contributing $628,000. So
Okay.
all told, I think that works out to about 2.5 million. My math
Okay.
is on right. Yes. So we're each contributing.
Okay, perfect. Could I ask another question to Mayor Duncan?
Yes, go ahead, Jonathan.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if you could perhaps go a little bit into more detail about the challenges that you guys were facing and why you consider this to be such an important project for your municipality. You mentioned you have been sort of like trying to save money for this initiative for a long time now. How long has this been a priority project for you guys, and what were some of the key challenges that you were facing with this project specifically?
Well, certainly the plant right now, as it stands, is 45 years old. And the way that it is structured in municipalities like ours is that it is a user pay system. So people that are actually using the water treatment plant are the ones that are paying for the service that it provides. The unfortunate part in a small community like ours, we don't have large numbers of people on the system. So it's very difficult to put any large amount of money away without impacting the overall utility bill that they are paying. So, over the years, the provincial government has supplied us with a OSA funding, and we have been using those dollars to tuck away for a day like this, that when an opportunity come along that the federal and provincial government was in a position to assist us, that we would also have the matching money that was necessary to make the project go ahead. So again, this is a day where all the stars have aligned, and now we're in a situation where we can take that treatment plant, put it in an operational for the next 45 or 50 years, taking care certainly of the environment and allowing the municipality to grow with new investment from additional housing in that community.
Mm-hmm. Do we have time for a quick follow-up?
Sure.
Yeah, I just wanted, in that case, if you can go a little bit, you mentioned the risk of catastrophic failure in the plan, or can you talk to me just in detail as to what were some of those risks? What were the specific issues that could arise if this funding perhaps didn't come to the table and this project couldn't go ahead?
Well, there are certain components of the plant that are mechanical, and because of their age, they're certainly in poor condition and need replaced. Which, if they were to fail, it would be a situation that I really don't know how we would contend with it. Part and parcel of this overall project is to first off, we need to treat all the water that's in the old lagoon system. Then we need to clean all the sludge out of the bottom of the lagoon system. That needs to be dewatered, and then it will all be transferred to our landfill site. That allows us to completely shut off the treatment plant and use the lagoon as an overflow while the treatment plant is being rebuilt. Once that has happened, then the treatment plant will come back online, and the overflow water in the lagoon will be treated and released back into the environment. So it's it's a large enough project that the treatment plant will be taken completely offline while it's being repaired.
Okay, Vicky Guff has a question. I'm going to allow her to talk.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for doing this. This is a great day, Mayor McPhail. I'd just like to say some of the questions I had, Jonathan said, had similar questions, but of the local contribution from West Elgin, the $628,000, you spoke, Mayor McPhail, about previous grants from the provincial province. I believe you said it was Ontario money. Of the $628,000, is that all secure now, or are you still trying to reach that amount locally?
We have our contribution in the bank as we speak. Again, small municipalities like ours, you try to anticipate needs and, you know, put money away in accounts that when the opportunity arises or the funding is available for projects that you might need, that you do have your contribution to put towards the overall project.
And if I could also ask, is there a timetable on rolling out the actual work to be done now? Will this start sometime this year?
That's one of the things that I'm so grateful with our elected officials that got together to make the announcement this morning. That will allow this project to begin immediately, certainly with the necessary tendering and engineering and what needs to be done. My assumption is that this will start as soon as we possibly can get shovels in the ground.
Thank you very much, and congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Vicki.
I'm going to make a last call for any questions. I don't see any more questions, sir. I'll throw it back to you, Warden.
All right, then I think we're at our conclusion. Just stay safe and nice seeing everyone. Great news today.
Thank you to all of you, and let's keep working together and stay safe.
Absolutely. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Karen. Bye-bye.